just realised is that back in the day when I was applying to uni and doing UCAS and all that jazz, and they asked for this personal statement or anything that says describe yourself, I always used to struggle. Tell us about yourself. And I was always at a loss. I never knew what to say. And it's just occurred to me because I set somebody, one of my clients, some homework about telling me who they were. And I've just realised the reason I could never answer that question was because I just didn't know. And that is the result of growing up in narcissistic family system. And when you grow up in a narcissistic family system, you do not develop an identity. You become who you have to be in order to survive the system. And when you're a scapegoat, that means that you have to contort yourself into this tiny shape, this sliver of an identity that is deemed acceptable, which of course will never be deemed acceptable because the goalposts move all the time. But it means you grow up with no identity and you develop all these coping mechanisms like people-pleasing and all the different things that you do, this fear of rejection and hypervigilance and maybe even hyper-independence. And essentially, you just become a bag of coping mechanisms to survive the environment you're in. And that is the thing about healing. It all hinges on building identity, because if you build identity, your boundaries build naturally, and if you build boundaries, you'll know when they're being crossed, so you'll be able to enforce them. And if you know when you can enforce your boundaries, you can trust yourself, and if you can trust yourself, you can enter into relationship with literally anyone, because you know that if it's not good for you, you will walk away when you need to. So build your identity and you will heal. You can do that with me on the Hub, which I'll pop a link to in the comments, or just go and Google identity building exercises and get started there. Hope that helps. Take care. Bye.